Hello, welcome back to the session on Himalayas Part 2. So far we discussed about the division of Himalayas, right? Now it's time to know about the syntaxial belt of Himalayas. As you know, Himalaya stretches for around 2400 km in east to west direction. They pass through Nepal, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, Bhutan, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and many other countries and states. The Himalayas expands in the east-west direction from the Indus Gorge formed by the Indus River in the west to the Brahmaputra Gorge formed by the Brahmaputra River in the east direction. The cliffs of the Himalayas take keen southward bend at the gorge of Indus and Brahmaputra. These bends are termed the syntaxial bends of Himalayas. But in the west near Nanga Parvat, where the Indus River makes 500 meters deep gorge, the Himalayas take sudden southward turn. They bend like a hairpin. The same thing happens at Namcha Barwa in the east of Arunachal Pradesh, where the Brahmaputra River make a gorge. In the language of geologists, these bends are called syntaxial bends of Himalayas. Here in this map, we can see the west-east syntaxial bend of Himalayas, which is marked at Nanga Parvat in the west and Namcha Barwa in the east. Now, let's know about the snow line of Himalayas. So, what exactly is snow line? Snow line is a line above which no vegetation grows on high altitude mountains because of permanent snow cover. In this picture, we can observe there is no vegetation in the relief. It is fully covered with snow. Come, let's understand more about snow line of Himalayas. In eastern Himalayas and Kumaon Himalayas, the snow line is around 3500 meters above mean sea level, whereas in western Himalayas, snow line is about 2500 meters above mean sea level. This difference in snow line is partly due to the increase in latitude from 28 degree north in Kanchenjunga to 36 degree north in Karakoram range. But the major factor is precipitation. Precipitation in western Himalayas is comparatively low and occurs mostly as snowfall, whereas in eastern Himalayas the precipitation is greater and occurs mostly in the form of rain. In the Great Himalayan Range, the snow line is at lower elevation on the southern slope than on the northern slope because the southern slopes are steeper and receive more precipitation as compared to the northern slopes. Now, let's understand about the beautiful glaciers of Himalayas. The Himalayas are the third largest deposit of ice and snow in the world after Antarctica and Arctic. There are about 15,000 glaciers in the Himalayas. Siachen Glacier is the largest glacier outside the poles. Total area of Himalaya is about 5 lakh square kilometer. Area of India is nearly 32 lakh square kilometer. About 33,000 square kilometer area is covered by snow. Here in this map, you can see the distribution of glaciers of Himalayas. Now, let us discuss the major glaciers of Himalayas one by one. Glaciers of the Karakoram range. Maximum development of glaciers occurs in the Karakoram range. Some of the largest glaciers outside the polar and subpolar regions are found in this range. The southern side of the range has many gigantic glaciers. The 75 km long Siachen Glacier in Nubra Valley has the distinction of being the largest glacier outside the polar and the subpolar regions. The second largest is the 74 km long Fetcheko Glacier. Third largest is the Hispar Glacier. It is 62 km long and occupies a tributary of the Hunza River. Next is the glacier of Pirpanjal Range. The glaciers of the Pirpanjal Range are less numerous and smaller in size as compared to those of the Karakoram Range. The longest Sonapani glacier in the Chandra Valley of Lahul and Spiti region is only 15 km long. Then the glaciers of Kumaon Garhwal region. In the Kumaon Garhwal region of Himalayas, the largest is the 30 km long Gangotri glacier, which is in the source of the holy Ganga. Garhwal region. Lying in the Himalayas, it is bounded on the north by Tibet, on the east of Kumaon region, on the south by Uttar Pradesh state, and on the northwest by Himachal Pradesh state. It includes the district of Chamoli, Dehradun, Haridwar and Pauri Garhwal, Rudraprayag, Tehri, Garhwal and Uttarakashi. Then the glaciers of central Nepal. Zemu and Kanchenjunga glaciers are the major ones. Semu glacier is the largest glacier in the eastern Himalaya. It is about 26 km in length and is located at the base of Kanchenjunga in the Himalayan region of Sikkim, India. Next, we will know about the ecology of Himalayas. While intimidating mountains like Everest and Mount K2 tend to dominate our perception of the region, the Himalayas are rich in biodiversity. Climates range from tropical at the base of the mountains to perennial snow and the ice at the highest elevation. These complex and diverse ecoregions are interconnected. An ecological threat to one is ultimately a threat to many. Here are just a few examples of Himalayan ecology. First one, mountain grassland and shrublands. Western alpine shrubs and meadows can be found between 9,850 and 16,400 feet. These areas tend to have cold winters and mild summers that allow for plant growth. Rhododendron plants cover the lower shrublands, while the alpine meadows directly above host a range of flora in the warmer months. Animals found in this region include the snow leopard, Himalayan tahr, musk deer and pikas. The second one, temperate coniferous forest. In the northeast, temperate subalpine coniferous forests are found at elevation of 8,200 to 13,800 feet located in the inner valley area. These forests are protected from the harsh monsoon condition by surrounding mountain ranges. The dominant tree types are pine, hemlock, spruce and fir. Animals found in this region include red pandas, takins and musk deer. The third one, temperate broadleaf and mixed forest. Found in the middle elevation of 6,600 to 9,800 feet in the eastern region are broadleaf and coniferous forest. These forests receives almost 80 inches of annual rainfall, mostly during the monsoon season. In addition to indigenous oaks and maples, plants like orchids, lichen and ferns also grown in this area. A huge rainfall, a wildlife including over 500 species of birds are found here during cooler seasons before they migrate to higher elevation to escape the hot summers. This is also the primary home for golden lagor monkeys. The fourth one, tropical and subtropical broadleaf forest. Located at 1,650 to 3,300 feet along a narrow strip of outer Himalayan range are the Himalayan subtropical broadleaf forest. Here there is a wide range of plant life thanks to the area, varied topography, soil types and rainfall levels. Forest type includes subtropical dry evergreen, northern dry mixed deciduous forest, moist mixed deciduous forest, subtropical broadleaf forest, northern tropical semi-evergreen forest and northern tropical wet evergreen forest. Wildlife includes many threatened species including tigers and Asian elephants. More than 340 different species of birds can be found in this region. This picture depicts few examples of Himalayan ecology. That's the end of the topic of ecology of Himalayas. Now come, let's find out some additional facts about Himalayas. The Himalayas are the result of tectonic plate motions that collided India into Tibet. Because of the great amount of tectonic motion still occurring at the site, the Himalayas have a proportionally high number of earthquakes and tremors. The Himalayas are one of the youngest mountain ranges on the planet. The Himalayan range affects air and water circulation system, impacting the weather condition in the region. The Himalayas cover approximately 75% of Nepal. Serving as a natural barrier for tens of thousands of years, the range prevented early interaction between the people of India and the people of China and Mongolia. Mount Everest was named after Colonel Sir George Everest, a British survivor who was based in India during the early mid-19th century. The Nepalese call Mount Everest as Sagar Mada, which can be translated as Goddess of Universe or Forehead of the Sky. In 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary, a Sherpa mountaineer, Tenzing Norgay were the first people to successfully climb to the summit of Everest. Despite the name, the snow leopard, a Himalayan local, is actually the most closely related to the tiger. Coming to the end of this comprehensive session on Himalayas, let us know the significance of Himalayas in Indian subcontinent. The most significant geographical structure of India influences our nation in such a way that no other mountain system has influenced any other nation. First one, physical barrier. It acts as a compound wall that separates India from Central and East Asian countries. It also accounts for the difference in the climatic and the weather patterns between Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. The second one, natural frontier. The Himalayan act as a defense barrier and have been protecting India from foreign invasion since early times. History gives us the evidence that no invaders attacked India after crossing the Himalayas. Even though China's aggression is an exception, the significance of Himalayas cannot be ignored completely. Next one, climatic influence. Himalayas play a very important role in influencing the climate of India. India is a monsoon land only because of the presence of Himalayas. It traps the monsoon winds from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal and forces them to shed their moisture content within the Indian subcontinent in the form of snow and rain. It also blocks the cold winter storms of East Asia from entering India, thus protecting us from the severe cold. The Himalaya splits the westerly jet stream into two branches, such as southward branch entering India plays a significant role in bringing the Indian monsoon. Next one, source region of rivers. Himalayas is the abundant reservoir of great Indian rivers such as Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. The snow melt in summer and precipitation in winter makes them perennial rivers, that is, having water throughout the year. The abundant waterfall, huge snowfield and large glaciers feed these drainage system. The Himalayan rivers give life to the northern India. Next one, fertility of soil. The entire northern plains were made by the Himalayas. The Himalayan rivers carry silts on their own way down and deposits in the northern plains. These alluvial deposits are responsible for the high fertility of this land. Therefore, it is often said that northern Great Plain is a gift of Himalayas. Next one is hydroelectric power projects. The Himalayan valley with natural waterfalls offers the best location for construction of dams. The vast potential of Himalayan rivers offer a great range of construction of many mainstream dams. The next one is biodiversity and vegetation. The Himalayan range is famous for its rich biodiversity. There is a altitudinal zonation of vegetation from the tropic to the alpine. The forests provide fuel woods, medicinal plants and various raw materials that are needed for the forest-based industries. Rich pastures of grazing is also an adding feature of the Himalayas. Next point is agriculture. The Himalayas does not have many flatlands, so offers slopes that are terraced for cultivation. The major crop is rice. Crops like wheat, maize, potatoes, ginger and tobacco are also cultivated. Tea is a unique crop which grows only on hill slopes. Many fruits such as apple, pears, peaches, mulberries, cherries along with the citrus fruits are grown in the Himalayan region. The next point is mineral resources. The Himalayan region contains many valuable mineral resources. The tertiary rocks have vast potential of mineral oil. Coal is found in Kashmir. Also minerals such as copper, cobalt, nickel, zinc, lead, antimony, tungsten, limestone, gypsum and magnetite are also present in the Himalayan locality. The presence of gold, silver and other semi-precious and precious stone are also the feature of Himalayan region. Next point is tourism. The beautiful landscape on Himalayan mountain offers a great tourist spot. Increasing popularity of winter sport, snowfall and the cool climate when neighboring places are under the scorching heat of summer attracts millions of tourists from different parts of the world. Hill stations such as Mussoorie, Shimla, Kulu, Manali, Nainital, Chamba, Ranikan, Almora, Darjeeling, Mirik, Gangtok, etc. are provide huge scope of tourism due to its scenic beauty as well as healthy environment. The next point is pilgrimage. The Himalayas is known as the house of gods. Apart from its tourist places, the region is studded with sanctified shrines Kedarnath, Badrinath, Vaishno Devi, Kailash, Amarnath, Tunganath, Uttarakashi, Gangotri, Yamunotri, etc. which are at high altitude are famous pilgrimage center in the Himalayas. With this, we have come to an end of the comprehensive session on Himalayas Part 1 and Part 2. I hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll meet you the next session with the other interesting physiographic division of India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching. Stay tuned. Stay safe. All the best wishes.